What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react and learn about the best things to do in Saskatchewan. You know, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. For a long time, until very recently, I didn't really know where Saskatchewan was. And I'm not talking about where in Canada it was. Americans like myself are so unfamiliar with Saskatchewan, yet somehow I had heard of it. I was under the impression, it could have been next to Spain, for all I know. It could have been a European country. It has that kind of ring to it. I'm sure to Canadians it does not have that ring to it. But to me, simple American me, it sounds like a foreign country or something. I'm sorry. So if I type in Saskatchewan and hopefully Wuan, that is not how you spell Saskatchewan. Copy and paste. There we go. We punch that in here. I am aware that it is a Canadian province. No idea where it is. Holy, it's huge. It's gigantic. And it's rectangular. Gigantic and rectangular. That is how I would describe Saskatchewan. Oh, it has Saskatoon. I've heard of Saskatoon. Wow. I don't know why, but Saskatchewan is like one of the provinces I know the least about, and yet have heard of the name? I don't know. I don't know if that's a common occurrence for other Americans. I think it's pretty similar. But anyway, in my effort to gain more knowledge on Canadian provinces, today I'm taking a deeper look into the best things to do in Saskatchewan, what it has to offer. Is that how you pronounce it? Saskatchewan? 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 I'm going to say Saskatchewan because it's just how I do it.
We started our journey off in Prince Albert National Park, Saskatchewan's first national park, which is home to the southern boreal forest region of Canada.
Wait, Prince Albert National Park. I'm already pausing this video. I'm already a little confused. Oh, Prince Edward. Oh no. That's Prince Edward Island, not Prince Albert. Who's Prince Albert? Oh man. Okay. I don't think I'm going to get to learn that right now. But just getting my names straight real quick.
Saskatchewan's first national park, which is home to the southern boreal forest region of Canada. The park is home to a variety of trails, wildlife, beautiful lakes, and the little town of Waskesiu. We had the opportunity to explore a variety of those trails, which led us to beautiful views of forests, rivers, bogs, lakes, and other scenic areas.
Wow. I don't know if it's just because they're in this national park, but this is beautiful. Well, how are there such big bodies of water in Saskatchewan? Oh, look at that. Oh, there's all the little lakes. It's full of them. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. Oh, this place is called Moose Jaw. Moose Jaw. What's going on there? Okay. Maybe some other time.
One of our favorite activities was renting a pontoon boat and going out on Lake Waskesiu.
Oh. I don't know if it's just the epic music or the epic sunset and forest and park, but this province looks amazing.
We loved cruising around the lake, feeling the wind in our hair, and of course, jumping off the boat and into the water.
Oh, yes.
We also experienced one of the many gorgeous sunsets that Saskatchewan is known for. From walking along the beach to hiking the various trails, Prince Albert National Park was definitely one of our highlights.
Prince Albert National Park. Where is that? Prince Albert National Park, not Prince Edward Island, but Prince Albert. Oh, do they have a map? I'm sure they do. Oh, it's right by this lake, just like he said. Waskesiu? Oh goodness, I already forget how he said that. I'm shocked sometimes at how difficult it is to pronounce a lot of Canadian landmarks and cities and lakes. Since, as an English speaker, I would have thought that I would be able to, but a lot of these have very interesting spellings. Prince Albert National Park, a dead center of Saskatchewan. Very cool. Okay.
Next, we drove to Saskatoon, Saskatchewan's biggest city.
Right. Oh, I'm glad they're covering Saskatoon, because I have heard of Saskatoon. No idea when or where I've heard of Saskatoon. Maybe, I don't know, the name, it's just, you remember a name like that.
Here we visited the Waniskewen Heritage Park, a national historic site of the First Nations. We really enjoy learning about the ecological importance of this site, the plants they use for medicinal purposes, and how to build a teepee.
Oh.
What we really loved was spending some time with Lawrence, a professional hoop dancer who shows us how to hoop dance while explaining the cultural significance and connection to Mother Earth.
Oh, wow, that's really cool. Okay, getting some deep, like, Canadian heritage history going on here. I like how they're really focusing on best things to do in Saskatchewan, in Saskatoon. Oh wait, what's this? Adobe. Adobe, get out of here. Quit popping up. Anyway, Adobe throwing me off track. I like how a lot of these things are outdoors. Very cool. Although I am hoping maybe they take a look at some of the city and some of that stuff that I'm not, just because I'm not familiar with it. But this is pretty darn good too.
When I'm teaching hoop dancing, there's some people that don't know about the connection with Mother Earth, with how they feel with anything of nature. The connection, it makes me feel good with the people so that they can share their enjoyment, their laughter.
Oh, you actually get to learn to do the hoop dancing. I like that. It's not like so precious to their culture that, oh, only we can do it. Only us, no one else. Instead, it's like a sharing thing where everyone gets to do the hoop dance. That's nice.
After their happiness, and that's what I enjoy. I like seeing that, and when they learn something, then it brings a big joy in my heart to know that I've done that. I've done something that made a difference in somebody's life.
After Saskatoon, we made our way south to Little Lake Manitou, Canada's version of the Dead Sea.
Oh, this is the biggest lake I've ever seen. Maybe this drone shot is making it look enormous.
Thanks to its high salt content, you can float easily in both the lake and the nearby mineral pools.
Like one of the main attractions of Saskatchewan is to go to this lake and just float there. Just float there in the lake for like 20 minutes. Ah, yes, this is an event happening right now. It just kind of is funny. Although, it's something you'd want to actually do, is the funny thing. It just is like, talk about something where you're not wandering around, looking at stuff, engaging. In this little activity, you just get to lay on your back and do nothing. I like it.
Couldn't believe how easy it was to float and relax in the water.
Okay.
Next, we moved to Regina, Saskatchewan's capital city. One of our favorite activities.
Regina. I may have heard of that before as well. Definitely didn't know it was a capital city of Saskatchewan.
Was walking around Wascana Park, a massive park in the heart of the city. We got to see the beautiful Parliament buildings and visit the Royal Saskatchewan Museum.
Wow, they have a whole park in the city? This is a really nice looking city.
Which does a great job of showcasing the province's wildlife and ecology, as well as the history of the First Nations.
Right.
We also visited the Royal Canadian Mounted Police Heritage Centre, where we learn about the history of Canada's National Police Force.
Mounties! This is like the one thing Americans would be like, oh, yes, I know that thing. I'm aware of that. And we probably don't know anything at all about it, actually.
Through various artifacts, but also through fun interactive games and exhibits. Next door to the museum, we experienced the Sunset Retreat Ceremony, a military tradition that dates back to the 17th century and that takes place where all the RCMP officers in the country get trained. The ceremony includes a colorful display of marching, military music, troop drills, the lowering of the Canadian flag, and even firing of a cannon.
That's pretty cool. This is cool. This is a good, like, balance. If you can get to this area of appreciating all the nature and beauty, and then, like, appreciating this academy and some actual Canadian history.
If you're in Regina during the summer, this is an experience you shouldn't miss.
Okay. Pretty good. Ah, the wide open plains. This is a lot of wide open plains. Is Saskatchewan, it's got a bunch of lakes, it's got forest, beautiful parks, and it's got this really wide open area. This reminds me of what I see driving when I drive around the United States. It looks kind of like this.
After a couple of days in the city, we drove further south to Grasslands National Park, one of the few remaining natural grasslands in North America.
Oh. A lot of national parks in Saskatchewan, or maybe they're just being featured in this video. Either way, very beautiful.
This beautiful park is off the beaten path and is home to some of the rarest animals in Canada.
Oh. So, can you just, like, travel around this national park and try to see the animals for yourself? Is there any, like, laws about you shouldn't interact with them and stuff? I feel like that's a whole thing.
One of these rare animals were the black-tailed prairie dogs. We could see them running around their homes and barking at each other to warn about potential danger. In this case, us.
Wow, they got some good shots of these animals. Wow.
They were so cute and it's very easy to see them from the trail.
Okay.
We also saw a lone bison roaming around the park, a big iconic animal that made us feel as if we had gone back in time.
Whoa. Wow, you can actually walk around this park and get this close to a bison? I'm pretty sure I've never seen a bison in real life.
We also had the opportunity to go on a variety of hikes, which took us through various prairie landscapes and scenic viewpoints.
Wow, it is scenic. How'd they get those chairs out there?
Our favorite hike was to 70 Mile Butte, one of the highest points in the park where we got incredible views of the surrounding area.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is what people don't know. People don't know, Americans in particular, how beautiful the actual geography and landscape is in Canada, and that there's a lot of variation in what you can see. Like earlier, we were at the beach, at lakes, and here is like this hilly terrain and all, like beautiful sunsets and, you know, everything you could imagine.
It felt amazing to look down at the wide open prairies and imagine the history that's taken place here.
Prairies. That's the word. I think that's the word I'm looking for. Prairies.
From dinosaurs to First Nations to European settlers. This was definitely my favorite landscape in all of Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
Another one of our favorite activities was spending a night in a teepee, a unique feature offered by the park. Not only was it cool to stay in a teepee after learning so much about them, but it was the perfect way to experience the darkest dark sky preserve in all of Canada.
Wow, you can get the full, authentic experience when you come here. That is pretty cool.
We got to see a beautiful display of stars and a quick glimpse of the Northern Lights. If you're looking to...
Oh, yeah, that's right. You can see Northern Lights from Canada. That's a thing. Oh, man.
Explore one of Canada's lesser-known parks, see some rare animals, or look up at the stars, Grasslands National Park is the place to go.
Yeah. Oh, there he is. Taking it in. Basking in the nature.
Before leaving the province, we stopped by the Great Sandhills Ecological Reserve to experience sand dunes in the middle of the prairies. It was really fun to race each other up and down and cool to see this ever-changing landscape.
Yeah, there's obviously a lot of like really cool spots. Random spots. Stuff I've never even thought about.
For a province often known as being flat, nothing could be further from the truth. From forests and lakes in the north to roaming prairies and sand dunes in the south, Saskatchewan is the perfect province for anyone wanting to explore the outdoors.
Yeah. I'm starting to get the overall vibe of Saskatchewan. Like the overall feeling. I'm starting to get it.
Thank you so much for watching our Saskatchewan episode.
To learn more about what we did in Saskatchewan as well as other provinces from across the country, visit mustdocanada.com.
All right. Pretty good. That was shot really well, by the way. This was by Must Do Canada. I liked that. I must give that a like. I liked it. Any comments here? Interesting comments? It's so wonderful to see our beautiful province being promoted like this. Thank you for showcasing its wonder. Seriously, that's a good word to describe it. I did feel full of wonder watching it. That was like a great ad for come visit Saskatchewan. For someone who really didn't know anything about it at all. That leaves me with a really good impression of it. This gave me chills. Proud to be a Canadian, yeah. I love living in a small prairie town in Saskatchewan. The shots of endless fields and landscapes makes me so happy. Yes, it was quite pleasing, quite calming even. You could really become one with nature in Saskatchewan. Although, we didn't get a deep look into like the cities or towns or some of the stuff you can do there in that sense. This was very nature-filled. You can really get a unique experience, though, from what I can see. Very cool. Very interesting. Anyway, if you found this cool or interesting as well, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Canada, Canadian culture, stuff, things in Canada that I have never seen, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.